Welcome back to River Pig Outdoors. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I've been fishing swim jigs a lot lately. Bought a lot of them. I know there's some that are really popular, some that you may not have heard of. I thought I'd give you my thoughts on some of my favorites here. So, all of the jigs I'm about to show you are a 3/8 ounce jig, and they're all in the bluegill color. And the ones I have for you are Dirty Jigs swim jig, 6 Cents Divine swim jig, Outcast Tackle, Heavy Cover Pro swim jig, and the Z-Man cross-eyes Snakehead swim jig. I'm going to go in order of popularity from what you see online. So the first one, I think the most popular one you'll see is that guy right there. That's the Dirty Jigs swim jig. Again, this is bluegill, not bluegill 2, but just normal bluegill. It's got a bullet shaped head, nice full skirt, big stout hook on there. It's not the no jack, but just your normal hook, and it's got a lead built-in bait keeper. Pretty basic bait keeper, but it works. So this jig is $4.99 on Tackle Warehouse. What I like about it, the head comes through the cover very well. The skirt's nice and full. I think the bait keeper could be better, but it works. And I have no concern with the hook whatsoever. Second one, and one you hear a lot about, is the 6 Cents Divine swim jig. So this head is a flat bottomed head. Again, nice full skirt. This guy's got a corkscrew style keeper on it. And this is the most expensive of the bunch. This is $5.99 a piece on Tackle Warehouse. These all have about the same hook, so I'm not even going to bother talking about hooks much here. But what I like about this guy, it's got a very realistic look. The flat bottom head does skip nicely, so that's really great. And it's got a nice full skirt. So those are the pros. Cons: this corkscrew bait keeper, most people would call that a pro. You get the bait on there, it's never coming off, but it's such a pain to screw that bait on there. And some of these other ones hold the bait extremely well, and it's a lot easier to use. So to me, it's not that user friendly of a bait keeper. The next one here is Outcast Tackle Heavy Cover Pro swim jig. It's called the Heavy Cover, but that hook is basically identical to these others. So that's the Outcast Tackle next to the Dirty Jigs. And again, this is not the no jack, this is your standard swim jig, and those hooks I think are identical. So for a heavy cover jig, it doesn't appear to be any more of a stout hook than the standard hooks. This is a bullet shaped head on this. Colorful skirt. This is the bold bluegill color for them. Double built-in bait keeper, which works very well. So pros on this: comes through cover very nicely. I like the colors. I like the bait keeper. To me, the downside is the skirt is not very full. It's pretty airy skirt, so I wish the skirt had quite a few more strands in it than it does. Outcast Tackle jig is $5.29 on Tackle Warehouse. And then the last one for you, this is the Z-Man cross-eyes Snakehead. So another flat-bottomed jig head like the Divine. It's got a very full skirt, very colorful skirt. And this one has a plastic bait keeper that's kind of a ribbed bait keeper. It works fantastically well. Of all of them, I think it's the best bait keeper. It holds the bait just fine, and it's not a pain to put a bait on there. You have a bait get torn up, you can slide it off and slide a new one on, and it'll stay put until you have to do it again. So overall, that's my favorite bait keeper of the bunch. That's a $4.99 jig as well, so that's economical jig. So each of these baits has its pros and cons. Obviously the Divine is the most expensive. Outcast Tackle is second most expensive. The Dirty Jigs and the Z-Man are both the cheapest at $4.99. You know, two of these were skippable, two of them really aren't. So the Divine is a skipping jig, the Z-Man is a skipping jig, the Dirty Jigs and the Outcast are bullet shaped, so they don't skip as well. Surprisingly, they all come through cover very nicely. I thought the skipping style heads would get hung up more, and they really just did not. They all come through cover well. So in summary, if I had to choose just one of these jigs to use all the time, it would be the Z-Man cross-eye snakehead jig. It's a versatile style head. It's got great skirts, got great bait keeper. And one thing I didn't mention before is of this whole group, it's the only one with a hand-tied skirt. The others are all held on by a rubber fastener. For me, second place is the Dirty jig. It just works. It's economical. It does the job. It's got a good head shape. If the Outcast Tackle had a full skirt like that, Dirty Jigs, I might opt for that, but the skirt's a little better on the Dirty Jigs. So that's my top picks. Of the group, the bottom is the Divine jig. It's got a great natural color, but that bait keeper to me is such a negative. I don't want to throw it unless it's absolutely necessary. So I hope this helped, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's other jigs out there I should be trying, and have fun on the water. Thanks.